Good morning, traders. We are live again from the YouTube channel, trying to cover the market one more time today. As we mentioned yesterday, we're going to try to do it every day. Window, share the practical window. Just 1 second. Okay, we're back in the game. We had a beautiful morning this morning, of course. We see a huge drop down from yesterday. The market basically call it, I don't want to say crash. There was a huge dip. Speculator mentioned that the market should recover by Monday. Of course, we're not listening to the speculators or to the news. We're trading the graph and we're understanding the full story. We have a couple position that we cover in the market today in the Discord channel. If you was part of this live session, congratulations to all the winners that took the profit. Beautiful to see the community grows and implementing the methodologies. Of course, before we dive in, I want to say thank you again for all the support, all the new traders that joined the server and joined the team. I wish you success in your trading journey, and I hope to see you more involved in bringing value and finding value in our community. Those of you who's not in the community, of course, the links is in the bio for both the Discord and the web channel, where you can take the course completely for free and enrich your knowledge and get yourself to some tools for financial freedom. We're gonna cover today the Nasdaq again, just because yesterday we covered. We want to continue with the position, basically recap of what we said yesterday and see how we can benefit today. Talk about a little bit the psychology with trading and what to do and what not to do mainly, and how to act when you see the market fall like this. So first come first, we're looking on the market from a bird's eye view, and we also see that the market is in the uptrend, and of course it's very clear to see that we're going on the uptrend. Yesterday we covered those patterns that looks like a rally based rally, and every time that the market is basically create a new base, create a new demand pool for us. We cover what's demands and supply pools are, why they have a high likability to the price to basically flip and reverse in those areas. Again, you can find it in the course as well to know how to mark them, what they are, what they represent, and why there's a likability for the price to flip and reverse. So we know today's basically trend of the day is an uptrend. We're going to look for a long position, but if we dive into the market on the 4 hours interval, and within the 4 hours interval, we're going to mark the supply and demand pools. We find ourselves basically a borderline where the price can reach within the day for us to trade in. And obviously, within the day, we can see how the market is going down. So there's no correlation between the day interval and the 4 hours interval, which makes us a little bit problematic to take a firm decision about how we're going to trend the these positions today. And also, if we're looking for the synchronization between the interval, basically, if we find all the intervals that we trade are synced, it's give us a better confirmation to take the position. The beauty with trading futures within the day, we can benefit with the market when short in the market as well. So obviously, within the day, we're gonna have also long position and short position as well. And let's talk about this morning's opening. And I believe that a lot of traders was rushing into the market just to ride the wave and to short of the market. Let's talk about it a little bit before we dive in, what we do and what we're not doing. So basically, in the day interval, we've defined that the favorite position of the day would be the long position. When the 4 hours interval, we're marking the borderline, marking the supply and demand pools, the areas when the price can be traded within the day. And we see a free fall. And sometimes when we see a free fall, we want to ride the wave to make X amount of money in a short time. And this is not always the best position and the best strategy. The best position and the best strategy is be patient and wait. And why is that? When you're trying to chase a position, you mainly do a mistake. You also get into some pressure in order to ride the wave. So you ride the trend, and always everybody's know the same simple sentence: the trend is your friend. And if the trend is your friend, you want to ride it. And it's mostly true, but it's not true all time. The reason that it's not true is in all time is when you see a free fall like this and you're trying to catch a falling knife, you might have a high chance to burn your portfolio and get burned in the market. The idea is to execute a trade when you're comfortable and feel secure about them, and make sure it was going to make you basically stay in the market for the long time. And by doing so, you secure your stamina in the market, in order for you to continue on trade and continue to grow your portfolio. So what we're doing in our community, we're aiming for an 80% success rate. What does it mean? For every 10 trade that you execute, two of them will fail, which is perfectly fine. It means that you are left with 80% of success, and you have a high stamina. You can do in the market even when you have a fallen trade. The price it takes hits the stop loss, which is okay. You're left with a nice chunk of money in your hand in order for you to trade again and going back to the market with comfortable confidence. I'm going to jump into the 15 minutes interval. I want to show you what happened this morning, and I'm going to activate the day profile for us to understand what happened. So a lot of us, I'm going to activate it right now. A lot of us basically see this free fall from yesterday and thinking that they're going to ride the wave. We see basically the price open up right here. We have right here the opening, and we have basically a huge drop downwards, and a lot of us wanted to catch this wave. We saw how the market basically reached the low value area at that time and flip and reverse, and now reversing back down again. We want to understand where the best entry points, where the key points are. Of course, within the day, it was beautiful to short the market, but this white stripe over here basically symbolized the initial balance range. What does it mean? It means the first hour of the trading day, where basically the range where the price can totally, I would say not totally, basically where the price has been going to trade in the first hour. This is where the price is going to be trading in the most of the time, of course, excluding news and events. But this range, as wide as it goes, I mean, that like ability for the price to expand downwards or upwards is not high. Also, if it's short, it means that the price can expand upwards or downwards as well. But when you see a falling knife and trying to catch it, you might be burning yourself down. But what's happening is you have to be patient to see this. Basically, borderlines are being firm enough, and that's basically comes out after the, I would say 30 to the 1 hour when the market is already open. So we see those cubes over here that represent in the letters and shapes and colors. Those basically tells us a story where the price is being traded the most of the time. So if we have a wide initial balance range, it means that the price, the likability for the price to expand downwards or upwards, again, it's the likability or the probability is very low. And we want to understand better the picture now. Then in the 15 minutes interval, where the price actually basically can go, how low can it go, how can we benefit from this low, and also obviously if our favorite position of the day we started in the day interval is long, where we're going to take the long or where we're going to take the short from. And let's try to cover this thing. I'm gonna also activate the night profile as well, and I want to show you this total picture over here. I know it looks a little bit messy, but we basically, if we taking all this we're gonna accumulate all this range. I'm gonna mark it right now for you guys in a second. Just 1 second. Oh, kind of miss my brush. Where's my brush? There you go. If we're gonna accumulate all this area, right? All this area right here. Sorry, all this area right here. We see a white picture. So it looks like a cloud though, but it look. I'm gonna let me pre-mark it. Just 1 sec. So it's gonna be a little bit more clear. And we take all this area over here. This is the trending area that we're gonna have. All this area right here. So if we accumulated those areas and we're working also as supply and demand, which is the key factor and the most firm factor you can take when you trade, we basically see how the price slowly and surely going downwards to whatever was before supply. So we see over here, I'm gonna shut down those indicators so it's gonna be a little bit more clear. We see how the price previously went from supply and demand all the time. Nothing changes. Every time you reach the demand area over here, it flips and reverse. Every time it's going to the supply, it flips and reverse. But over here, we see something different. We see how the price basically touched the supply pool a couple times. It touched the demand pools a couple times. This time it came with the momentum, and we see how the sellers could not take the market down. So if the sellers cannot take the market down, basically the only versus forces come is the buyers, and the buyers always shoots the market up and created a new supply area right here. What happened over here is basically the price reached down to the whatever was previously supplying in turns into to demand. It reached to a certain supply area over here, flips and reverse, another supply area, flip and reverse, and now lands again on the demand. Now, if we now activate, I'm gonna stop right here. If we're gonna activate those profiles right now, both the morning and the night profile, we see how it's correlate to basically the supply and demand tactic that we took before. Now the question is where we're gonna take the long position from, how deep it can low. So we cover this in our group in the Discord. I'm gonna cover this right now as well. So I'm gonna basically take those just a second, take those things down, and we're gonna take them out so it's gonna be more clear for you to see. So basically we see how the price slowly get resistant areas every time you reach to those to this new demand is being formed over here. So we have the high value area of the previous day, we have the point of control of the previous day, and we have the low value area of the previous day as well. Basically keep us the structure of the supply and demand. So possibly entry point again, and as always I mentioned in our group and in our videos, all our position are just trading ideas, should not be replaced with they are not financial advice. You should always consult with your financial advisor. And now let's talk about this possible position. So if we see the price right now pass this high value area over here, marked down. So the first position that we cover in the market was basically taking the high value area up to the point of control, see how it behaves over here, and basically dive down. If I'm going to expand it over here, we're going to see beautiful that that's what's happened. The low value area over here was respond to the high value area of the previous days right here, and basically jumps back to the POC. We see it in this green color and dive down, and now he's trying to retest the point of control. He tested the point of control. We see how basically the market is testing this area. This is the second position that we were trying to cover today, basically covering the point of control of the previous day and then clock position all the way to the what it was the low value area of today. And the third position was basically taking a long position from the low value area over previous day and basically take it upwards all the way up. Why all the way up? Because we know that the market is still pushing upwards, although in the day, within the day, it's obviously that we can short the market. So there you go. There's three entry points that you can basically either scalp it or either trade it in a more fashion way. Means if you scalping through 1 or 3 or 2 minutes or in 5 minutes interval, it's up to you. But also we have to keep in mind that the total picture is obviously the market is still going up. So if the market is still going up, we had a correction. The correction is being implemented within the graph. We can see it. So there's no rush to enter a position. And this is what happened to you when you rush into the position. If you got over here to a short position and you saw this candle right here, you obviously exit at the wrong time. If you basically got into your position right here, I'm going to activate the market profile one more time. Basically, when you got into position when the market was not stable enough, the low value area was over here, and you was rushing to get a long position. There was a wrong move. Why is that? Because the first initial balance range was not established yet. You didn't know where the market can be expanded. Basically, the first initial balance range an hour ago was ending up over here. We see obviously as the market is keep on expanding downwards, and we're now only looking for the long position after you retest. It's going to retest the area that we talked about before. So this is the we already see that basically the indicator also over here marked for us a new demand pull over here, that basically the price is responding to it, and and have a possibility to enter to a long position. Even if you're scalping right now, we're not gonna do nothing. Why is that? The job of a trader, as I said many times before, is not to trade, is basically to evaluate his risk properly. So you don't want to rush into a position, and you definitely don't want to go against the market when the market is diving down. So the best thing to do is just sit down and wait. And sometimes you have to sit on your hand and do absolutely nothing. There's no rush to jump into the position. Once you secure and you know that the position is safe and you're able to execute your position without staring at the screen all day, it means that you execute your position and you not deviate from your work plan, from your trading plan. And this is how it should be. The market is always open 25 hours a day, and you have the weekend to rest and recalibrate yourself. This every time, every second, you have a chance to get into a position, and it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be that specific position. You cannot look on this free fall and say, "Oh no, I missed this couple thousands of dollars," because you never miss. If it's yours, it's yours. You have to be patient enough to have the market give you the right signals and for you to work by your plan. This is one of the guidelines that we put in our community. Of course, within our community, we're sharing our wins and losses and our wins and lessons as everybody that can basically share and watch. And we have a live conversation in the chat. Of course, everybody's welcome to join to the Discord again. I'm gonna attach the links in the bio and in the description box. Of course, if you have any questions about this market overview, you're welcome to join. There's a free chat within the YouTube live for you to guys to use. And if you want us to cover any other positions, of course, any other contract, we're willing to do this as well. Of course, this live broadcast is being brought to you out of a request that you guys ask for, so we're trying to accommodate it the best way possible. I want to wish you a very successful trading days. Of course, take in mind that the market will be here tomorrow as well, and there's a lot of other positions and other contract you can take. Do not rush into the position. Be patient enough to be secure and do not deviate from your trading plan. Again, thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next market overview.